Hi guys, so for today's Black History Month segment we're going to be looking at Joan Armatrading. So Joan was is actually a blues musical artist. She's the first ever UK artist to be nominated for a Grammy in the blues category. So very instrumental in the sort of that diversification of music in the UK. So yeah, very important lady, and yeah, one that I recommend you check out. So I'll leave a link for her story in the description below, and yeah, please do check her out. Thanks. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we are doing Barrow's 6th episode for our road to glory, our road to Champions League finishing. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going with this, but basically, to jump straight into it, we are obviously, as you can see, not doing this live this time, simply because we want to skip through quite a bit of this section. So there's just a lot of games going on. And I'm just going to try and sort of show you all the highlights. As you can see here, we are absolutely smashing Oldham Athletic, so very nice. And this is in October, I think, at the minute where we're currently at in the game. So a lot of fixtures coming thick and fast. A couple of cup games, one of which you will see in a second, against AFC Wimbledon, who we draw. And I don't, as you guys know, for this early on anyway, I'm not going to be fully simulating those, so they're just a quick simulation. So we drew that with our second team, so we played 5 at the back and switched it to our second team, and then we play against Exeter. So Exeter go 1-0 up fairly early on, and then we managed to grab an equaliser through Lana. And you'll notice, by the way, in this that Lana scores a lot of goals, and so does Butler, and so does Quigley, and so does James, who I'll get onto in a bit. But yeah, Butler again roaming from the CDM spot and scoring, but then Exeter go and equalise, and that is how it stays till the end of the game. So we draw against Exeter, which isn't the worst result ever, but I mean, we are looking for wins in this, since I feel like we can get them, so why not? You'll notice, by the way, that my lineup is looking a little bit fitnessy, sort of like not a lot of them are actually firing on all cylinders, but that's just because they've played so many games. Doesn't really matter, because we have starting James. And James has been pulling up some amazing finishes, some really brilliant play, and then we've been actually playing Quigley as a substitute almost, I guess. He does start some games Quigley, but yeah, as you can see here, he does the job. He does the job just perfectly. So I decided to jump into this one, given that we were winning, and then we slumped down into 3-2, and you'll see there that Quigley and James link up brilliantly, and James gets the finish. So I'm not too sure why it is that these games feel so much easier than Ultimate Team. I guess it's probably because of chemistry styles, but there you can see we get a little break down the side and a little ball across, and it's another easy finish. And then Gribbin, as he always does, comes off the bench and scores. He pretty much always scores when he comes off the bench, to be honest. He's absolutely fantastic. His record for us is insane, and then that pass is ridiculous. I haven't seen much like that in Ultimate Team, let alone on career mode where you've not got any chemistry styles. So anyway, so that's a pretty insane finish, and we managed to win that game. And then moving back to against Morecambe, so we'll sim this match. From what I remember, this match we just sweep them aside. Quigley scores relatively early on, but then an absolute insane amount of saves from our goalkeeper, and when we just get a goal right at the end. You can see there we do not deserve that win, really. Like, they had more chances than we did, yet we were just more clinical, but they absolutely dominated us. We got a little bit of a nudge, I guess, from Biggins's parent club to play him more, but what we're doing well with, I'm going to stick to. So anyway, then we come up against Scunthorpe, and we lead 1-0 through Lana. As per, Lana just scores so many goals for us. It's actually just ridiculous that, yeah, and he's just ridiculous. He's just so quick. James then gets another goal, and then we make some substitutes, but again, just the team are playing so well. They're scoring so many goals. Maybe defensively a little bit frail, but I mean, it doesn't matter when you score this many goals. Like, you just sweep your opponents aside. It's just ridiculous. That's 4-0 in this game, and it's not even just the strikers that are getting involved now, it's the wingers as well. So yeah, really great to see that our team are just absolutely destroying people in this division. And then against Stevenage, we get a 7th minute goal with James, and then we get a own goal our first one with Intel here. I'm not too sure how you say his name. And then we go 2-1 down. So then I actually do make a substitution. I do bring off James and bring on Quigley. And oh boy, does that make a difference. Send the ball through, and this time it's Lana using his pace to get beyond the defender. And then for somehow, Quigley starts to use his pace to get beyond defenders. I didn't even realise he had that much pace, but there you go. So take note of that time, by the way. That was the 60th minute, and then the 65th he gets a second goal to sort of give us a bit of a cushion. And then in the 78th minute, it's a hat-trick. So that's taken him 20 in-game minutes, oh, actually sort of 19 in-game minutes to get a hat-trick. So yeah, I mean, just ridiculously good. And then Butler just chips in with an extra goal to make it 6-2. And you can see there that Quigley just absolutely dominated them. Then we got a progress assessment, which actually didn't come back too favourable. It's because they're looking for loads of financial stuff, and then we had a little look through our youth team, which we only actually managed to sign one person from, this guy, Noah Anderson. Because the rest of them weren't particularly great. We have signed this guy, Callum Dodds, but I don't anticipate him being very good. So yeah, and then we let go of Peters there at the top because his potential slumped down to an 83. So we're just getting rid of him and keeping the rest for now. But I can see Dodds there is probably going to be the next guy to go because his doesn't look that great. But and then that was the end of the month. So we simulated through to the end of the month, and yeah, and that's where I'm going to leave it. So. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate this is a very quick fire episode. This is just me basically talking at you and not really getting much back out of it. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys up to the start of November, and the next episode will be fairly similar. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See ya.